Good morning. We're here on a blustery Tuesday. Oh, bother. Like hit subscribe, hit the bell. I can't talk again. But we're going over complex numbers. Okay. Now, part one right here. Let's see, Mr. Jeffrey's little helper hint here. Whoop. No, I can't. What? Take positive root and add. Oh my goodness. All right. So I hope they're just having a lively discussion next door. Although it does seem that they're going to be hitting each other. All right. So there are two of these that are perfect squares. Okay. Number 1 and number 3 are perfect squares. Okay. That means that you will actually get a whole number. Okay. Now, square root of 4 is 2. So we just put 2i. Now, if we're doing number 2 right here, number 2, and it's square root of negative 18, don't put the negative in there. Don't do it. It's going to give you a syntax or a domain error. So square root of 18 says 3 root 2. Okay, so 3 root 2. All right, where do we put the I? Yeah, after the 3. Okay, right there. Okay, number 3, square root of 100 is 10. I. And then the square root 24. Okay, it's 2 root 6. So very similar to this. 2 root 6, and then the I in between. All right. So if I was starting today to make my orange sheet for the test, I would put that, take the positive root and add I, or some type of note where hey, this is what we do. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was modeling on here. The question was if we just the non-perfect squares like 2 and 4, we just put them in the calculator. It should give us the right thing. Yes. Okay. All right. Are we good here? Hopefully, baby. I mean, I kind of forgot how to do this for a second. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since last Wednesday. We've actually had some sleep. Well, maybe some of y'all have had sleep. All right. Part 2, we're adding and subtracting. All right, so I'm going to have 10 plus 4, which is 14. Then I'm going to have 5i plus negative 8i, or 5i minus 8i. It's the same thing. All right. If we don't remember the rules, put it in the calculator. Okay. You should get negative 3i right here. Okay. Number 6, I have 10 minus 25. Negative 15. Okay. other part is negative 7i minus 2i, which should give us negative 9i. All right, so part 1, that's pretty straightforward. That's not going to change. Part 2 is not going to change also. I mean, basically, when I say not going to change, the process on each number is not going to change. Okay. Now, how many of y'all felt really good about 5 and 6 and you got to 7 and 8 and you forgot? Good. At least one person's being honest with me today. I appreciate it. Some people are not awake. All right. Are we good with 5 and 6? Anybody need more time to write them down? Nope. Nope. Anybody? Anybody? All right. So, now remember, this is where we actually had two methods. We had the double, if I really can't spell, distributive, and then we had the box method. All right. And it doesn't matter. Either one, we're going to get the same thing. Okay. Let me, some people don't like the box method because they're like, I've got to draw a box. Oh, it's so hard. My favorite thing is I had a student said they had to draw their own box, but yet they would draw on themselves all day. Yep. 0 cents. All right. So, setting it up for double distributive. How many of y'all did FOIL? How many of y'all know somebody that's taught them FOIL? She taught FOIL? Okay. Now, when I said we had two methods, these are the two methods I show. If you have double distributive, you know, or FOIL, you know how to do that, do that. Okay. All right. So 12, 6i plus 24i plus 12i squared. What? Yeah. I actually have more that do the box method than double distributive, but yeah, they're like, oh, that's the one thing. They're like, it's so hard. All right. Now, again, we're going to get the same terms either way. What do we know? Well, these two are going to combine, right? Okay. So 24 or negative 6i plus 24 or 24 minus 6i, same thing, gives us plus 18i. All right. This becomes negative 12 times negative 1, which is now what? Yes. And then we add them together. We get 24 plus 18i. Now, in the box method, it looks like I stopped. Once you multiply them, you know, you pull them out and combine like terms, you're back where I was with the other colors. Okay. Huh? You have no clue how I did all that. Or you paid attention the whole time? Okay. Did you see me when I did double? Which one do you like? Left or right? Right. Okay. What's 3 times 4? What's 3 times negative 2? Okay. What's 6 plus or times 4? And then 6. Yep. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're basically you're getting the same answers both ways. It's just which one you like better. Okay. So choose your own adventure. Choose your own math adventure. Boy, that sounds like a book nobody wants to read, right? Okay, I'm glad everybody's awake. So awesome. All right. Good news is we got another review day tomorrow. Now, should you copy down both double distributive and box method? Copy down the one you like. Yeah. All right. Remember, when we have this is basically saying now, if we were setting it up as double distributive, if we were setting it up like the box method. Now, I'm just setting these up. I'm not actually going to do all the hubbub because we'll get the same thing. All right. Either way, we're going to get the following terms. Yeah, the air. Somebody turned my thermostat to like the fires of Mordor yesterday in fourth block. So I turned it down. So apparently now it's blowing the Arctic air. All right. Either way, we're going to get these terms. This becomes minus 12i. I meant to do that in orange. Something in the orange. That's a song. All right. Now, remember, this becomes 9 times negative 1 or negative 9. So when we're finally done, I'm just going to put the answer down here because y'all are copying or taking notes. Yes, sir. Right here, that's a plus. Is that more better? Okay. You don't remember doing this? I think a lot of people chose to forget this because it was one of those long things. But again, how many of these do you have on the test tomorrow? Yeah, you have one like this, and you have, or not test tomorrow, test Thursday, one like this. Okay. All right. Number 9. What method do we use for number 9? Who remembers? Yes, the Captain Insano method. Because we poked the eye out. Oh my gosh. What happened there? I went from not being able to spell. All right. So, get your stuff right. All right, so I over I. Now, this becomes 4I over 5I squared. Okay. And what did we find out that this I squared is going to do to that 5? Yeah. So 4I over negative 5I. Not negative 5. Okay. And I'll try to put some more space in there so y'all can um, write it better on that. I know some people use the blanks for the actual fractions. So all right. Now, we use the same method on number 10 because we just have this one part in the bottom. I minus 8I squared. Okay. Now, excuse me. Oh, remember this 8. This is going to be negative 8 times negative 1. So this becomes positive 8 plus I over negative 3. Okay. What I might do, I'll work on the format tomorrow so like y'all can have more room to do work and then put the answer box on another side. No, for the practice test. I'm still trying to get the format for the test the way I want it. Today was just a practice, like it's a pre-practice. So yeah. Blick, 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 blick. All right. To the back. All right. State the conjugate. This problem may or may not stay because after I realized I was giving you points for actually putting that on there, that kind of didn't make sense. Okay. So our conjugate would be and a plus right here. Okay. All right. So number 11 may or may not stay. Probably not. So yesterday we talked about this. We had the flow chart yesterday. Some of y'all said the flow chart had a lot going on. Some of y'all liked the flow chart. So I kind of went in the middle where I didn't really do a flow chart, but I gave you the space to actually do the problem. Okay. So you actually would get 4 points for writing this right here. Okay. Now, up top, this gives us 3 times 3. This is 9 minus 18i. Okay, this is 3, 6i. All right, so this stays the same. This becomes 9 minus 36i squared, which is the same thing as saying 36 times negative 1. So we should get 9 minus 18i over 45. This can actually reduce. I've got to work on that for later. Yeah, I just found an old problem and put it up there, but hang on, let me shrink my head. Oh. All right. So on the format of this, was this kind of a good in between? It wasn't the flow chart, but it wasn't like just a blank space, baby, to write your name. Lily, did you like, was this okay? Yeah. It's not the flow chart, but it's like again, it's kind of in between. All right. Now, on 13, I gave you a big space for you to do your work. Everybody's is going to look different. Okay. So up here, this is 2 times 1, which is 2 minus 6i. This be 1 squared minus 3i squared. This becomes 2 minus 6i over 1 minus 9i squared. Which is 2 minus 6i. All right, this becomes 9 times negative 1, so 10. That one also you can reduce. Divide everything by 2. Get 1 minus 3i over 5. Okay, so How did I get 10? Okay, so yeah, because it's this, or it's like 1 minus -9, which is plus. So that's how you got 10. So this one is similar but different with the work area. Hopefully, I mean, maybe you could use the first one like we did, like number 12, to help you on number 13 in case you forget the formatting. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Who knows? We'll try some more practice tomorrow. If you're leaving us, don't forget hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.